Deep in the heart of a lush green forest, not far from a small village, three friends were playing. There was Tom, a curious boy with a mop of brown hair. His best friend Mia, who was known for her infectious laughter. And then there was Sam, a brave boy with a heart of gold. As the friends were playing, suddenly the ground began to shake and a huge scary monster emerged from behind the trees. Its eyes were like glowing embers, and its teeth were as sharp as knives. The monster let out a terrifying roar and began chasing the children. "Run for your lives," screamed Mia, her laughter now replaced by a terrified squeal. The children ran as fast as they could, the monster gaining on them with every step. They could hear its heavy footsteps pounding on the ground behind them. Just when they thought they had nowhere left to run, they spotted a dark cave up ahead. It was narrow and looked rather creepy, but it was their only hope. So they ran into the cave. The monster close behind, inside the cave. The children's eyes struggled to pierce the darkness, but then they saw it. A faint glimmer in the distance. As they approached, they realized it was a small chest, no bigger than a doghouse, but it was filled to the brim with sparkling jewels and gold coins. But guarding this treasure was a giant anaconda, its scales shimmering like 1,000 emeralds. The sight of the snake froze the children in fear. They had never seen anything so big and terrifying. Its eyes, cold and reptilian, seemed to bore into their souls. The snake raised its head and hissed, a sound that echoed through the cave like thunder. It was the most fearsome sound the children had ever heard. They knew they couldn't fight the snake, so their only option was to run. As they turned to flee, the snake struck, its massive body blocking their path. It had trapped them. The children panicked. Tom and Mia were too scared to move. But Sam, ever the brave one, had an idea. He took a deep breath, trying to calm his racing heart. "Quick, Tom, Mia, grab some jewels and some coins and throw them towards the snake," he said, his voice ringing with determination. "I'll distract it while you get the treasure out of here." Tom and Mia hesitated, fear still gripping them. But they knew they had to do as Sam said. Slowly, very slowly, they began to pick up the treasure and throw it towards the snake, the anaconda. Distracted by the glittering objects, slowly uncoiled itself, its eyes fixed on the treasure. This gave Tom and Mia the opportunity they needed. They grabbed as much treasure as they could carry and ran towards the opening of the cave. Sam kept the snake distracted by throwing more jewels until he, too, was able to slip out of the cave and join his friends. Once they were all out, they looked back to see the anaconda slithering after them. With the treasure in hand, the children ran as fast as they could, the monster right behind them. They could hear its angry roars echoing in the forest, but they didn't dare look back. After what felt like hours, the forest began to thin, and the children could see their village in the distance. With a final burst of speed, they reached the safety of their homes, collapsing on their doorsteps, too tired to go any further. When the villagers saw the treasure the children had brought back, they were astounded. They cheered and celebrated, hailing the children as heroes. The monster, whatever it was, had vanished, and the treasure was now theirs. That night, the village was filled with joy. They shared the treasure equally among themselves, and each child received a pouch of jewels and coins. Sam, Tom, and Mia, the brave and clever friends, were celebrated more than anyone, and so, thanks to their bravery, quick thinking, and teamwork, the children of the village saved the day and lived happily ever after.